Hello, dragon slaying tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI Brave New World with me, BlueAnkylo. I wasn't really planning on fighting a dragon for all of last episode, but that's just what happened. So, good news, we won. Bad news is it kind of delayed the episode finishing a little bit more on time. So, anyway, the other thing we decided last episode while we began the climb through Zozo's mountain is that I kind of hate fighting these giant Colossus guys because they've got a lot of HP and they counter everything, and I would just warp out of there. So forget those guys, and let's just keep a move on. Hopefully we find Cyan before too much longer. It looks like we're pretty close. Now, if I remember correctly, in the original game, there was actually a treasure chest up on top of the shelf there, the rock shelf, that, I think it was up there, and you had to... It's been a long time, I forget how you got it. Dear Lola, I write to beg thy forgiveness, being guilty of perpetuating a terrible lie. I have only now realized the error of my ways, and taken up this quill in hopes of correcting a great wrong. Thy beloved, whom thou didst believe to be in Mobliz, passed away some time ago. I have been writing in his stead. We humans have a tendency to allow the past to destroy our lives. I implore thee not to let this happen. It is time to look forward, to rediscover love, and embrace the beauty of life. You have much of life left to live, Cyan. So, you know... Oh, hey, Cyan. I see you're not mailing that letter, and instead mailing a different letter. I mean, he's had a pretty rough go of things. I mean, compared to some of the other characters, he did see his entire castle of people killed. The world before the fall. Delightful is the light of dawn. Noble is the heart of man. Sounds vaguely like a haiku, but I could be wrong. Thou yet livest! We sure do. We came to see ya. Yeah, look at this. He's ready to go. Oh, well, we may have followed a certain carrier pigeon. I love how embarrassed he is by all the flowers. He runs up, picks them all up immediately, takes the letter. All is well, except for all the other bouquets. Intricately crafted silk bouquets. I wonder how long he spent up on this mountain. Cyan, we had to walk through this room to find you. I found them in a treasure chest. Aww. Surely they be not mine own creations. He jumps on the desk. Thanks, Cyan. Well, they are quite pretty. I feel, again, it's appropriate for Celeste to find him here. Even though, theoretically, you don't have to bring her. So yeah, it hit really close for home after losing his family. He met that soldier in Moblitz, and well, I met him at Doma Castle, sorta, and then you know. Has he gotten over his inner demons? He'd like you to think so. Oh, at least this leads us towards another character. I guess we can go pick up Gal, seeing as that's the way he's directed us. I'm pretty sure there's a way to open this chest. Machinery for dummies. Cure mechanical ineptitude in 6 easy steps. Oh, of course. Look, he's a poor guy. His wife died. He's been living on top of a mountain. Give the guy a break. I'm really glad they added that to the key items, though. That's great. Anyway, we saved poor Leo. I guess we have to walk our way out of here. Ah, it finally worked! First time it's actually worked in an area I wanted to escape from. Alright, we're done with Zozo. Huzzah! Ah, that's great. Alright, well, now we got Cyan. Let's go see what he has to say now that we picked him up. Is he, one of the... Oh, he's probably looking at the machinery. Remember, he's trying to better himself. He is a true samurai. He knows he's bad with machines, so he's working to improve. Come, villainy, death awaits thee. Oh yeah, you better believe I want to bring him. So the problem I have with bringing Celeste and Terra is they both fill approximately the same role in my party. So for now, we'll just keep Celeste because she's the one gathering party members. And I really like Edgar and Sabin lately. I'm sure we'll bring Terra again later on. Setzer, back row, back of the bus. Terra, though, is still really awesome, so nothing wrong with her. But at this point in the game, we're kind of low on equipment, so sorry, Terra, I have to steal your tools. Alright, so Cyan, let's see, what do we got for you, old pal? Murasame. Genji helm seems like a pretty good helmet for him. And he needs some better armor, for sure. I mean, the power armor will do for now, but 10 defense I don't feel like makes much difference. And then equipment. I feel like he might be the kind of guy that works well with the hero ring and maybe auto regen or something like black belts. It depends. There's a lot of really good relics to get later on, so we'll try this out again. And let's see, what, he's only level 19. Okay, that's a change from Brave New World as well. So in the original Final Fantasy VI, when you had a character rejoin you in World of Ruin, they were automatically averaged to your current party's level, and then plus 2 or 3 or something. So Cyan would have joined at level 28 or 29, probably. So unfortunately, people join kind of weaker in this one. They haven't trained the same in between the destruction of the universe, the world. So anyway, I wanted to show you Cyan. I guess we should go try to find Gao. I know how to do it, but I won't cheat. Welcome to the Veldt, and I'm just gonna park near a cave because maybe we'll want to use that cave. So looking for Gao. Put a save down. And save state just because it's easy. So you can do a bunch of random battles here fighting enemies you've killed before. Most of them will be pretty easy. Every now and then you'll find something really difficult. I don't know in Brave New World if the dragons will reappear here. They did originally. So every now and then you'd find something really hard to kill in the Veldt, and that was always a fun, exciting experience. Really? They take more than one hit from Cyan? Cyan, you gotta up your game, buddy. Anyway, no Gao, so what's the deal with that? Shouldn't he know Sabin and Cyan? You know, they're friends. Wait. Is that Interceptor? Or just a random dog? We'll follow him in a minute. Don't worry. This is a relatively dangerous cave, although I don't expect it to be much more difficult than, it shouldn't be more dangerous than, Zozo. It should be about the same sort of level. Maybe if I bought some actual equipment for Cyan, his armor, he wouldn't be dying so terribly here. Or maybe in Brave New World, these enemies are way stronger. Okay, the Grizzly having over 5,000 HP does scare me. Please tell me it's not much more than 8,000 HP. That did very little. Maybe we can just chainsaw him. Not much damage from the back row. Suplex, though. Yeah. Alright. They're not too bad. More HP than I expected, but I'd rather fight those guys than the Colossus, for sure. And I assume... oh, I forgot, actually. Cyan will level up pretty quick. So... magic bonus or having water damage? I don't know. Neither of those are amazing. His HP is already pretty good, and I think a lot of his attacks are based on vigor. Dispatch will be physical, Mind Blow probably stamina, Empower might be stamina, Flurry will be physical for sure, and then Dragon is stamina. Usually it will say stamina if it's stamina, and then otherwise it's obviously physical for vigor or magical for magic, but it's not perfect. Like, I don't actually know for Mind Blow for sure, one way or the other. Anyway, boosting his stamina has some bonuses. Just looking for Gal, like, and apparently Interceptor. Alright, Manticore. What do you got? Aqua Rake. So it's kind of like the Chimeras we fought outside of Tomasa, except probably more annoying. That did almost nothing. Alright. I assume Anger is a counterattack. Yeah. Alright, well, let's try, Dragon, because it's, I believe, defense ignoring. 2 grand's not the worst. Alright, we're taking some damage here. Healing time. What do I want to do? Yeah, a little bit more healing. I should probably scan it. It might have an elemental weakness. You never know. Also, just for fun, I want to see if Flurry does anything. No weaknesses? Rude. Oh, Berserk, eh? And probably blind on everyone, right? Blind on some people, anyway. Alright, Flurry is still terrible. Never mind. I was hoping it would get better, but it still seems pretty terrible. Alright, this is the realm of everyone gets berserked, apparently. That's gonna cause some problems. I would like to start casting Remedy, but I want to heal up here first. Are you kidding me? Bum Rush can miss? I feel like Berserk should also be cured by being hit by a water elemental attack. Seems to me like that would be fair, right? Let's just go with a Remedy. Oh, he's dead. Excellent. Alright, he's pretty tough, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how obnoxious that fight is after we've done it 5 times. Alright. Gotta get this treasure. Come on. Yeah, yay, an X potion. Alright, guys, what's up? He never came near when all 4 of us were together. Some weird kid in hides. It's so nice everyone's counting on us. Nobody wants to feel like a 5th wheel. Alright, so they basically tell you the trick to getting Gao to rejoin you. You lodestone us. Ha! That's what you get. And then you get suplexed instead. Much better. Seems like they're immune to whatever element Lodestone is. Ice, I guess? That's pretty good. Cyan, you're not too bad, buddy. I know I haven't had a lot of chances to use him, and I know anyone who's familiar with the original game would say that he's pretty bad. Oh, you... I can't... At least now, the game pauses when you're selecting his Bushido, and you can't accidentally input it incorrectly. So that's something. I just wish he had a good target all blitz. Well, target all skill, kind of like Fire Dance or Bio Blaster. If he had something like that, I feel like he'd be right up there with Sabin and Edgar. Anyway, we're gonna go back to the Veldt. We will come back into this cave in a minute, but currently we're on the quest for Gao, so let's figure that out. All right, these guys shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, they're pretty weak. Just chainsaw. Oh, don't use stupid chains. Oh, it did work. I thought those guys were undead. The Zombone's undead. I guess the Djinns are not. Or the chainsaw doesn't count as instant death exactly, and just cuts them into pieces rather than, like, the death element effect. Maybe. There is a sort of another... There is a sword, or there was a sword called the Scimitar that kind of worked like that in the original game. And it may have worked on undead enemies because it just sort of cut them in half. Alright, so we're going to just bring out the old pals of Gao, because clearly the best way to recruit Gao would be for these two to come visit him, because they're his old pals from the Veldt. It actually doesn't matter who you use, and I don't think you need to bring two specifically. You just need to have a spot in your inventory open. Or spot in your party, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So, we are kind of at the whims of RNG here as well. It could take one fight, it could take a few. Also, we could run into a battle that's beyond our abilities with just Sabin and Cyan. You know, we'll see. Cephalids are not particularly difficult, though. One little perk of Flurry is it shouldn't attack an enemy that's going to die once it's dealt enough damage to kill them. So it shouldn't waste attacks on an enemy that, you know, look, one fight, pretty good. Hey, Gal. It's Mr. Thou and Mr. Muscles. We've come to recruit you. Yeah. Yeah, we totally remember. And done. So you don't actually need to go into that cave to talk to the guys. You just need to come to the Veldt with a spare room, a spot in your party. Gao is possibly... Yeah, he's got to be the easiest character to recruit. There's really nothing you have to do specifically. Alright, so let's switch back to the party I really want. So, we're getting a pretty good number of people already. Like, that's not bad, right? Gao's pretty easy. Terra just requires fighting Funbaba. Cyan, well, you don't have to fight the fancy dragon. You could just talk to him and he joins up, so... He shouldn't be that hard to get. He's always hard. We'll put our currently equipped party in again. Gao we'll talk about later on. I'm not in a huge rush to go farming for rages and leveling them up, but we'll get there. So seeing as we saw the Interceptor here, we saw the Mighty Dog, maybe we should have a more thorough look of this in this dungeon. This is off to a great start. Now these enemies were from fairly late in the World of Balance, so they might be a little bit of a challenge. Not that bad. Probably didn't even need the remedy. Now I will warn you that the boss in this dungeon is pretty strong. So going after Interceptor might not be the best plan we've ever had. Also, in Final Fantasy VI, the original, now I'm not sure how Brave New World does it, depending on how you ended the World of Balance and the order of things you do in the World of Ruin, you kind of get two different results from doing this cave. It's weird, and I think it was a bit of a glitch the way it worked out originally. Alright, we need some multi-targeting stuff here that works. I don't know what kind of element these guys are weak to. Hopefully ice works. And if not ice, then fire. And if not fire, then getting blasted with that. Did pretty good damage. So one casting of Ice 3 pretty much wipes those guys out. It's probably pretty overkill. Oh. Well, fire is not the way to go anyway. Oh, come on. That's just rude. Cheating clucks. At least it's a nice, easy fight. Nothing to worry about too much. Oh, we're getting a little bit low on MP because there's no tents anywhere. I don't think you can rest on the airship either. I'd basically have to fly back to a town and use an inn now. Sucks. I don't remember this being a particularly long dungeon, though. Most of the dungeons in Final Fantasy VI aren't overly long, so that's nice. Oh, she got slowed. That's fine. Good. Confuse the grizzly bear. Probably immune to earth element then. Alright, I get it. I better cast float. This is getting obnoxious. It's not even doing that much damage, but it's just a spell that you can avoid, so you may as well avoid it. Levels! Alright. Just trying to preserve MP was all. Should probably do some chakra-ing as well here. Where's the weight down there? Of course it's a trap, I forgot. Hopefully this isn't too difficult. Again, you never know what Brave New World's gonna give you. So I would expect that this is undead, weak to holy and fire, if I were to take a guess. I'm just gonna do a bit of healing here. And we'll try to get slow on him. And hopefully this isn't a super long, drawn-out fight, like the last random boss we fought. But we'll see soon enough. Becoming. I don't know what that is. No idea what that attack is. Your guess is as good as mine. Bolt should work pretty good here, I would hope. Also, it might be another one where the Fire Lance is superior, but... $2,800? Not bad. Not bad. We could try draining his MP as well, but... the good old double jump. Still doing good damage. Let's get sap, I guess, if we can. Oh, don't do that. That's not cool. That's the problem with that spell. Great. So he's got X Zone. That's why Brave New World is a bit much sometimes. Wow. I think we're just game over basically here. What are you supposed to do when he can, with one spell, potentially wipe out your entire party? Well, there's a relic that protects against death. I don't know if it works against X Zone, but it would stop the Doom spell and the Death spell. We don't have any way to help out here. So, looks like I'm using another Phoenix tier. Oh boy. Oh, I cast on the wrong person. What am I doing? Are you kidding me? Well, at least it only killed one. Oh, that was very convenient. Yes, thank you, Bone Lord. I mean, you know, that was actually pretty good. All right, so I guess we're just gonna pray that we don't get wiped out by Right, we're running out of MP here. We're trying to pray that we don't get wiped out by X-Zone, because there's not much I can do to prevent it here. I could cast Re-Raise on everyone, which is probably what we'll get to. I'm going to use one of my rare ethers here, just a normal one, on Celeste, because if she runs out of MP, we're kind of screwed. Edgar needs to do some damage, though. I assume probably what's happening here is Seraph provides death protection, and that's why she's fine. So if you're playing along and before you open this chest, just give everyone death elemental protection, and you'll probably be okay. I mean, you could try Mute. I don't know, maybe. Worked on Funbaba. No, he's probably immune to it. He doesn't seem to have counters, so we can be a little bit aggressive. Oh, look, we were one hit from killing him, and then he X-Zoned us twice, you know. He's probably not that difficult. We just got bad luck on that the X-Zone. So we got another Stormfang. That's, oh, it's different. It's not. Okay, we have Frostgore and Stormfang. I thought it was the same thing. Cool. These are definitely named differently than they were in the original, and some of these weapons might be completely new for all I know. Oh, that would have been really nice against the purple dragon. Huh, cool. I don't know. I don't think Sabin got a lightning elemental claw in the original game, so that's cool. So for now, he does ice and lightning, which seems fine with me. Potentially cast Mute and Death. I'm not going to complain. I am going to save it, though. Hopefully there's a save spot before any difficult bosses. I really wish Celeste had access to Osmos. It's just too difficult to recover MP most of the time. I should have healed, though. I wonder if the Clucks come with, like, Protect, or Safe, or Shell, or something. Might be why they're so hard to deal damage to. Confused everything, wow. And of course they use Quake anyway. You know, I had everyone floating at some point. Well, it looks like we got him. Of course, that's not enough damage. Probably should cast Scan on the Clucks. They must be more defensive than I expected. Maybe it's just magic defense. Anyway, we're all good here. I'm gonna take those level ups right to the bank. Just gonna keep pumping her magic for now. I really don't attack physically with her hardly ever these days. Although magic and speed isn't bad either. We'll just go pure magic for the moment. And vigor and speed seems good here. I don't know exactly in Brave New World how the breakdown comes for whether speed is better than the other stats. Like, it does affect your turn order, but I don't know by exactly how much. Now I need to find... There's gonna be a path down here. Yeah, I just kept missing it. Alright, Manticore again. Maybe just physical attacks because we'll get double damage from the back. Except for when he... Well, it's fine. Let's see if the new claws are awesome, right? 2200 damage. This'll kill him for sure, there's no way. The double jump is way too strong. Please don't nerf it, modders. Do not nerf the double jump Edgar here. I love it. I need something overpowered in this difficult mod. You made a lot of things more difficult than they needed to be, I feel. Not that exact square, but I think it's coming up. It's coming up soon, is what I'm trying to say. We'll be fine. No double jump today. Fireball, that has got a status element too, doesn't it? Probably. I still feel like most of the time for a one large enemy fight, you should probably still open with suplex because it slows the enemy down, and that's pretty darn helpful. I do think it would be a cool effect if Water Elemental cured Berserk. Because it looks like they're hot and red and ragey. Alright, almost there. Cyan getting some Esper levels on top of things. So for him, he doesn't have a lot of options, so that's what he gets for now. Okay. Oh, maybe there is more to this dungeon than I originally thought. This place might be a little bit longer than I remembered. I don't know if we can runic anything here. Probably not. But I wouldn't mind stealing some MP if it's possible. Ouch. The grizzly fight's okay. Really? I thought the double jump for sure killed these guys. I thought the double jump and a Sabin attack for sure killed these guys. Yeah, that's a big hit. Wow. He must have like 1 HP. Like that was... He was lucky to get that maul in there for sure, right? At least everyone's got over 1,000 HP. That's something. Alright, so we go through this door. That opens that path. This leads us to treasure. Yeah, I remember now. Alright, you guys want to fight again? That's fine. We'll go all out. Max damage. Get bum rushed. It didn't kill it? Wow. I hate how little damage Celeste can do. That's kind of ridiculous. Oh, there's the maul again. You know, I mean, if you're really wrestling grizzlies, prepare to get mauled. It's only fair. I mean, he'll probably die as soon as Sabin attacks, right? If you're really trying to optimize, you can wait. Oh yeah, Death Element. Didn't work, but the Frost Gore every now and then could be very useful for just a random attack. Actually, it would mean Sabin with the black belt for counters might be pretty useful. Red Cap. Is that the first one we've got of those? Probably not, so... Or I had an empty inventory space somewhere. It's also more likely. Ah, there it is. So, is our first red cap. Pretty much anyone can use it, stamina based. HP MP up. It's like a upgrade to the green beret by looks of it. I don't know if anyone really needs that kind of equipment. Stamina is not bad. For certain characters, stamina is pretty good. A little bit low on, you know, it might be better than the Magus hat. The only reason I really equipped the Magus hat was for the MP buff. And the red cap gives you both that and HP and better defense, generally. Yeah, it's probably worth it. I mean, we're not quite at ultimate tier equipment just yet. That's a dead end. Alright, Grizzlies. Let's go defend here. I don't expect defend does anything against magic. I guess they're immune to instant death. Also, it looks like there's a what I'm trying to say is the claw weapons for Sabin. If you get the magic, the fire, the lightning, it's only the level 1 version of the spell, which is less than the sword versions that cast the level 2 version of the spell. You know what I mean? Like the fire sword, the flame tongue. If it triggered its magic spell, you got Blaze too. Same thing with the Fire Rod. But the claws all seem to cast level 1 magic, which means I would suggest that the Stormfang isn't... I mean, the stats are good, lots of damage, but the extra effect is kind of weak. Comparatively. Did somebody get Esper level up? Probably did. Oh, look! Shadow and Interceptor. We're almost there, folks. Like I said, you might get a slightly different, you can do this for the confuse effect. You might get a slightly different result if you're playing the original with no Brave New World, and you did things differently. Remember, Shadow could have died permanently, depending on our actions. Like, basically, if you didn't know, if you don't wait for him at the end of the collapsing floating continent, he does just die. Like you don't get him in the world of ruin if you don't wait for him to board the airship. It's funny, you can jump onto an airship that immediately gets destroyed and he'll survive. But if he falls off the destroyed floating continent without an airship, he falls. That's just too much. He can't handle that extra falling. That's gonna kill him. Probably won't need it, but I'm a little bit concerned about the next possible... I mean, what could possibly have killed Shadow? Anything that could kill Shadow is something you should be worried about. I don't know if this will do anything, but... There you go. And yeah, the episode will just go a little longer. I tried to make these episodes 30 minutes, but... You know, I like to end these episodes at a nice, even point, so... Alright, let's get out of here. I would also suggest... Oh no, we don't have Terra, right. I was thinking the Gale Hairpin with its preemptive strikes. I was gonna say, it seems to not actually trigger very often anymore. But the truth is, I've got the wrong character in my party. Nobody's got the Gale Hairpin. Alright, so... Oh, I thought I was gonna save, but we can get to work. Alright, puppy, we're here to save the day. What is strong enough to take out the mighty Shadow? It's right behind us. Boss fight! Tiamat, hey? It was a different name last time I played this game. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping this is something we can win. We're going to open with drill and suplex and a scan. Even though I might want to buff up before I get too involved, but... You know what? Seeing as Cyan does have a couple spells... Alright, there, that's great. That wasn't too... It actually did not do as much damage as it could have. Alright. So, that was a counter for the Blitz, maybe? Ice Element. He's sapped, he's slowed. Okay. It's a good start, anyway. Slowing bosses, you know, not bad. Flare. Well, goodbye, Edgar. Unless you dodge it somehow. Oh! He's not that good at magic. Alright, well, maybe this won't be as bad. Let me, what do I want to do here? I'm gonna find out if he always counters blitzes with Meteo, because if he does, that's gonna change how we play a little bit. Looks like he doesn't, so it might just be a random counter that doesn't happen every single time. Looks like this guy's gonna be easier than the purple dragon, so at least we got that going. Right? In fact, he looks so weak. How did, well, he might have a really nasty, It's possible his counterattack is, just always has a 50% chance of countering type thing. Didn't counterattack. Let's get hasted. That hurts, but that's nothing we can't heal through. Alright, so he's countered the jump now. But he doesn't counter very often. I still think I want to keep Sabin over that low HP. I'm going to try a physical attack. I know it says Tiamat, but he looks a lot like a behemoth, and behemoths... Ooh, there's some damage. Right, ice. He's got the ice claw. That was good. It was also a crit, but... Alright. Any other tools? Could try getting poison on him. I don't know. Maybe. Just gotta be ready for a cure spell after we attack him, because sometimes we're gonna get hit by a Meteo. Haste? Haste is what I'm looking for. Alright, well the ice claw seems to be great, so go with that. Want to wait till Sabin attacks to decide what we're doing here. 2,000 damage isn't that much. You need the crit to do tons. Celeste has Ice 3 though, right? So... Give me a second here. That wasn't too dangerous. Alright, Celeste. Let's see if it's worth... I might need to do Mantra, so just hold on. Oh good! Killed it! Easy! Although that's not really the death animation. So, maybe this is what got the old Shadow. Killed it once and then ends up fighting the undead version of it. Oh, did it? It preserved our row. I thought it would give us a back attack. No, it didn't. It did. Edgar's in a really weird spot. Anyway, Tiamat Z. Why is everyone in such a weird position? I'm gonna scan it again. I believe it's undead now, though. Because we killed it. So now it's weak to fire and holy. And I'm not sure what my rows are all like. I think we've been kind of played. I thought we would be back attacked, and then that would switch our roles back and forth, but that seems like maybe it didn't happen. I'm also quite happy that we still have all of our buffs in general, so... Alright, so... That's It's not what I wanted. It's weird. I guess it's because Edgar was in the air, so that might be sort of a bug that he's in the wrong spot there. Yeah, let's heal him up a little bit. I do want Celeste in the back row, though, so sorry for wasting all these turns here. And I would like Edgar in the back row as well, if I can figure it out. That's not bad. Too bad he counters. Maybe he counters more regularly now that he's dead. Okay, now Edgar's in the back row, even though he's in front of Sabin. Let's go with Cure 2. And Dragon seems pretty good. So you probably don't want to do a physical attack with an instant death weapon. It might just kill him and bring him back at full health. I don't know if it works on bosses very often, but it's the kind of thing that I'm always worried about. So don't use instant death type weapons on this guy, I would just guess. That regeneration effect is pretty good. So he's weak to fire now instead of ice, unfortunately, which we can't do a whole lot about. Keep Sabin topped up. He's in the front row. The regenerating is working out really well for us, though. Hey, double jump. That's the stuff. That's the ticket. Dispatch won't do anything special. Empower could drain a bit of HP. Could do MP damage or flurry. I think Dragon is still our best choice here. And if he meteors, he meteos. Now, I assume Bum Rush will do more damage than Aura Bolt, but... we got him. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So I would suggest before fighting Purple Dragons, you might want to head this way and pick up Gao and Shadow. Pretty easy. The dungeon's about the same difficulty, and the boss fight here, not too bad. Sure. I don't know why Tamasa specifically, but we haven't been there yet, so may as well. The reason is, if Shadow was dead, instead of him, you would have found Realm. Because Interceptor likes her as well, remember. He seems to do that a lot. Maybe he wasn't even injured. He was just having a nightmare while the Tiamat was walking around. This looks like Tamasa. Why is he dreaming of this place before he turned into a ninja? The girl? What was he doing in Tamasa with Interceptor and a girl before Clyde turned into Shadow? He'll be fine. I guess he's not going to join the team just yet. But at least we saved him from that cave. And I guess before we end the episode, we'll have a quick look around Tamasa, because I haven't actually parked the airship here yet. It's still not in great shape. Mosquitoes attacking me. Sorry, guys. You hate it when they buzz right in your face when you're trying to make a Let's Play. The ghost of General Leo wanders the streets at night in search of... Hey! That's going to be something Brave New World related. Because that's a thing we have. I did say we should try to make sure we go back here later. Leo's crest. Oh, that's different. I will avenge you. Yeah. Okay, what we get? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? New stuff. I love new stuff. Badge of Honor. What does it do? Does this give her the shock ability? Come on. If this gives... I gave her a ribbon. No wonder she couldn't get hit by friggin... I totally forgot about that. No wonder she wasn't being killed by death element stuff. That's a good item to equip. I didn't even... I totally forgot I had that. That's great. Alright, Leo's Crest. It doesn't give you any stats. I mean, I hope it does something. It could be like the Offering, which was the quad attack before. It could do nothing, for all I know. Some art collector in Jador. Yeah, we learned about the treasure map already. Oh good, Ebbett's Rock is above water. But that was the thing Strago was trying to do with the Haydn, if you remember. So, I feel like this is the loop you're supposed to take, is go to Miranda, get Cyan, learn about Gal, pick up Gal, go to the cave, find Shadow, you get taken to Tamasa. Tamasa, they tell you a bit more about, well, you start thinking about Realm, because, hey, this is where you would expect to find her. And, apparently, maybe she went to Jador to paint. Although, again, we could have done it in any order, but, now, they were talking about the ghost of Leo. Maybe, having a sleep would be worth it here. I don't know. Also, technically, Shadow hasn't joined the party. We'll deal with that soon. So I would love to have a ninja on the team. Apparently, no events for sleeping here. Any good new equipment or anything? I should go do, like, one fight with Celeste just to see if, Leo's Spirits does anything. I haven't actually bought an Oath Veil yet. Oh, Sword Spellcast. That doesn't sound that amazing. I'm impressed by how much money we made, actually. Stuff seems really expensive, but we made a lot of money in that last dungeon. Quarter 6, so I believe the quarter staff. Yeah, quarter. Oh yeah, by the way, Mog can use rods and stuff. I forgot to mention that when I was testing him out, yeah. Doomstick. Doom or X-Zone, that's neat. Kusarigma? Alright. No, not Kusarigma. Kusarigama, probably. Something like that. Anyway. I guess I could have changed Celeste's back row to double Rising Sun. She probably would do more damage like this, because they're not affected by the back row. But it feels like, unless you're in the front row where you're getting killed in one hit, for Celeste anyway, you don't really do much damage. But we'll see. Although, to be honest, because I'm trying to test out Leo's thing, I want her to have a sword, actually. Because if it's a sword-based thing, she's gonna need a sword. Like how her runic is sword-based. I just like learning new things, and the mod's pretty good for that. We'll check the relic shop, but I think there's usually not much point going to Tamasa when you go to the World of Ruin. Wall ring, that's the first... No, it's auto shell. I mean, that's okay. Auto reflect is what you want. Not these two garbage relics. Something to protect against death could be valuable. Especially for fighting that zombie in the, whatever, the skeleton thing. The Bone Lord, if I remember correctly. Alright. I know, the episode's getting really long. Let's just go get into a quick fight. I don't know what's around Tamasa. Let's find out. Some harpies. One harpy, specifically. Half kills in one hit. Alright, it does give her shock. Awesome! I don't know how powerful this will be for her. That's great! Normally, there's no way to get shock. So there is, in fact, a way to turn... That is awesome. Okay, I'm really happy about that. There is. I wondered about that. You guys remember, you got me on camera. I didn't know for sure. But there is definitely a way to turn Runic into shock. And now you've seen it. So far, the deaths... Oh no, the death spell did work that time, maybe. Alright, well that was totally worth it then. Celeste just got a little bit better. Like, Runic is good and all, but you've seen me try to use it. Like, 9 times out of 10, you cast it and doesn't do anything because the enemy doesn't cast magic at the right time. Or the right kind of magic at the right time. It's great against certain bosses that use a lot of magic and you can use her to sort of stop it. But it interferes with your own casting and it's a good ability, but it's a finicky one. Shock, though, is great. I mean, I assume it's great. Like, Leo's Shock was awesome. Alright, now that's some promising Celeste powers there. I'll need to learn if it's full damage from the back row. It should be full enemy group damage as well. That's fun. Alright, well, it's time to break the episode up. It's possible also, just before I end the episode, just real fast, that as soon as you leave Tamasa, you might be missing a ninja. Because you're telling me, Blue, just come back and pick up Shadow. No, he runs off. He does that. Now, where would you go if you were a ninja? There's probably someone somewhere in the world, if you talk to everybody, that gives you a hint. But, oh, there you go. Okay, they just tell you straight up where to go. We'll deal with that next episode. Alright, next episode, to the Colosseum. We'll try that again, and then, I guess we'll try to find Realm, because that's clearly where the story is taking us next. Alright, folks, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next episode.